Good morning, traders, and boy, do I have some surprises for you. Let's get it started. It's Trade the Pool. We got a lot to talk about and some potentially 2.0 Trade the Pool. Welcome to it, guys. Let's get it started. What's going on, team? It's good to be with you guys this morning, ready to get into the action. It's another beautiful day, of course. Let's start it off with today's playbook. All right, team. First one up, of course, we're going to talk about Trump media, of course. We have to take a look at the action, of course, after the weekend. You guys all saw it. I mean, it was everywhere. Definitely the hottest stock today is going to be DJT. And guess what? Your boy Money Mitch already made a great trade in it and is in it right now. We'll talk a little bit about my position, but let's take a look at the stock and see how it's trading right now. You guys can see it's holding the hourly lows right now. And I think that's the important. We have this kind of bull flag that we see here. We can just draw it to make it really simple here. You guys can see the flagging action, and flags always when you have two downwards kind of trend lines. And you can see we could pull back to the 9 EMA. So 42 still in play right now. I am in this, guys, and I am a little bit red in this, but doesn't look too bad. I have around like 46, 45, 50s. Let me just check in right quickly on that position. I just want to take a really quick peek at this and see how we're trading right now. A lot of action going on in the stock today. Guys, smash the like. It's a lot to talk about today. I have right now I'm at 45.41. So I'll give you guys perspective. We'll take a look at that action. But DJT, definitely watching to see if it can come back to the $50. That's the big price point today where I think you can get the blast off. We'll see what happens here. Let's get to the second stock today, of course, Mara and Clean Spark, and we'll take a look at the Bitcoin miners, and you guys can take a look at all of these. HUT, right? There's so many of these. MSTR. We'll see what happens with these, but definitely what I like here on these charts is the fake out to the downside, right? We were just seeing this downside come in for Mara. Now we're getting the shake. Take a look at the daily chart. We were just down here looking to break. And I've been kind of back and forth on it. And it's all about Bitcoin's pricing. We went back into the 50. Now we're back above the 60s. And my question for you guys out there and traders everywhere is, do we have room for Bitcoin to run to 100,000 by the end of the year? I think we definitely do have room. So now we need to be watching for these long-term trend lines to see where they come into play and where you can get it there. So Clean Spark, 1850, big spot for it to watch right now. And $23, I'm going to put it up there on Mara because that's really where we need to kind of clean. 25 is a breakout for me. So keep your eyes on these stocks. They're on the playbook and something to keep watch. Of course, the playbook is where we give you guys strategic outlook based on stocks, right, that are moving right now today. A lot of times they'll have a catalyst, but for me, this has more to do with the underlying asset in Bitcoin. Let's keep it going. Let's go back to it. Let's get to the third stock today, which is going to be an interesting one. I'm talking Cathie Wood, right? Is she getting out of the cave? We'll have to take her out of the cave because she's been on kind of this bear streak as of late. No one's really loved her at all. But now I'm calling it here. Money Mitch stepping up to the plate and saying, you know what? It's time to change tune in Cathie. And I'm starting to see a breakout. Let's take a look at the action here. All right. Of course, you guys can see it here. It's been breaking up. And I'm really starting to kind of get going, right? A big level to watch is 54, right? If we can get back here towards the weekly move back up there, and that was on the week of the 12/27, right? December, the last week. Now we're starting to prop up above it. We could do pullbacks to 46.50s, but right now it looks to me more like a takeoff to 50 is in play. There's a little gap there to fill, and that's to fill towards 49.12. So if you wanted to take a look at that gap fill, that's definitely in play for me right now. I'm looking to see what happens with ARKK, especially after you guys have been seeing it. This is all have to do with the top name, right? The top holding, which is Tesla. So if Tesla can stay strong, Palantir can stay strong, and one more to give you guys a little bonus here, Roblox also to stay strong, right? If these names can stay strong, and Palantir has been ripping and ripping, you guys know we've been calling that one. So keep your eyes on Roblox also. We'll see what happens to these. And that's going to do it for our today's playbook. Like always, guys, this is where we give you guys strategic outlook. I hope you guys enjoy it and check it out every single morning. We post this on our Twitter. So if you're not catching it, you're missing out, team. Let's go ahead. Let's keep it going now with the Sunrise Report. All right, team, let me just go ahead and get this started here. Like always, guys, smash the like. We're going to get started with the Sunrise Report as we talk a little bit about what's going on in Trump media, of course. That's what we're going to be paying attention to. We'll see what happens with this as, of course, we're taking off here. But let me go ahead and get this up here. There we go. Come on. Just trying to get my text started here. Sorry about that, guys. This should have already kind of prompted over. Give me 1 second here, guys. There we go. Come on. Having some issues here. Just give me 1 quick second here. If not, I will go ahead and get it up. All right, guys, no worries. I'll just go ahead and I'll wing it here, guys. Let's talk first about Trump media here, of course, as trading down after stock surging, of course, after what happened with the attempted assassination. But the important thing for me is not only what happened here in this situation, it's paying attention to what Elon said, right? Because Elon endorsing Trump here, and that's going to make major impact on what's going on. We'll see what happens there. It's something that I'm definitely going to keep a close eye on. And of course, we got to watch to see what happens there. But the truth that happened here is also Mitch getting run over, as Elon coming out with these Trump comments is definitely causing my swing trade to be in the red. We'll talk a little bit about that during the show, but stick around for that action, guys. We'll take a look at what's going on in the market today. I'm excited to also take a look at the earnings reports. The earnings reports are going to be especially important this morning. We will see what happens as we're kicking off, but there's a lot to talk about this morning. Let's keep it going, team. Here you go. I was able to fix that for me, so I can go ahead and kind of keep this going, guys. All right, next up, let's keep it rolling. Let's get out of Trump media. Let's go towards the next conversation. We're going to go towards, of course, you guys have been seeing the action that's been going on right now with Google, and Google's making a little bit of a move this morning. Let's get to the second title here. Second title, of course, is going to be about Google and then making headlines with advanced talks to acquire a cybersecurity firm, which is Wiz, for $23 billion. And this is according, of course, to the Wall Street Journal. The potential acquisition shows that Google's push to strengthen its position in the cybersecurity space, of course, which is in a big important space right now. Traders should, of course, continue to watch to see how this development plays, because right now it's just a potential buy, right? But whenever we hear kind of potential acquisitions from the Wall Street journals, those are going to be some of the best rumors. The only question is, does this become a buy the rumor, sell the news event? That's why I'll be watching today to see if Google can break 200. Keep your eyes open on Google. We'll see what happens there. Let's get to the third conversation here as we go over to China's GDP numbers that came in today. China's GDP for Q2 rose by 4.7% year over year, missing the expectations of 5.1%. Of course, this came from Reuters, but the important part is the ripple effects on the market, particularly stocks that have exposure to China, right? China's GDP is getting hit, and that just tells us that the slowdown continues in China. And that really does kind of hamper things here, right? Because majority of things are made in China. So this could also play into inflation outlooks and things like this. But another thing is, keep your eyes to see if China tech stocks continue just to get washed. Baba, of course, PDD is probably the best of breed, but JD.com and many others probably going to be struggling. The EV market there definitely has been struggling, so I wouldn't expect those to turn around. Let's move to the next conversation. Let's go towards Amazon here. Amazon is going to be definitely something to keep an eye out for. We'll see what happens here. Let's go. Amazon is definitely Prime Day. Who's getting their Prime event? Let me know in the chat. Who's buying stuff on Amazon tomorrow? And as Amazon is set to kick off another Prime event tomorrow, July 16 to July 17, Prime Day, of course, has been historically a huge driver of sales and the stock price. So giving you guys a little insight there. Traders should watch for any early reports of strong sales numbers, which could boost, of course, Amazon stock. We've been watching to see if we'd get through the 200 spot. Now it's definitely something to kind of continue to watch that level. We'll see what happens here in Amazon. Let's keep it moving, guys. Let's go to BlackRock here as BlackRock's earnings reported Q2 adjusted EPS of $10.36, beating the $9.93 estimate, while sales of 4.805 billion missed the 4.849 billion estimate. CEO Lawrence Fink highlighted organic growth driven by private markets, retail active fixed income, and record ETF inflows. And of course, BlackRock, what did they have? They had that Bitcoin, right? And so I think that that's really what helped out BlackRock here. Despite the sales miss and the strong EPS and positive growth drivers, this could mean good things for BlackRock stock today. So keep your eyes on what happens with BlackRock. Of course, it doesn't trade as often or as much with high volume, like let's say a JPM, but keep your eyes on it. We'll see what happens with BlackRock. Let's keep it going, guys. Let's go over to an analyst upgrade. Let's get to Apple here, as Apple is trading higher after Morgan Stanley maintained an overweight rating on the stock and raised the price target all the way to 273. Additionally, Bloomberg came in and reported that Apple's annual sales in India hit a record of $8 billion in the first 12 months of March, up 33% year over year. This is a double dose of good news to give Apple a solid boost today. We will see what happens with Apple. Of course, it's been one of the hottest stocks as of late. I actually see Apple as hotter than NVIDIA right now. And of course, shout out to my man, Matt Higgins. Matt Higgins, if you're watching out there, of course, I got to give you a shout out because you've been calling Apple for a long time, saying that they would jump on a nice growth kind of drive, and you guys see it right now, clearly Apple taking a big leap. And that's why the analysts are playing catch up right now. All right, guys, let's go to the last one here. Let's go to super micro computers. Of course, you guys know I've been calling this one on the playbook, but let's take a look. Super micro computers will be joining the NASDAQ 100 index starting on July 22nd. The inclusion of the NASDAQ 100 is a big deal as it often leads to increased visibility and stock activity. Traders should keep an eye on SMCI as it could have some potential positive momentum heading into the inclusion date. When this was mentioned on Friday after hours, it was already affecting the stock. So keep your eyes on super microcomputers. 900 was the big level for it last week to kind of get above. Going to continue to watch to see that 900 hold. 1,000, right? The stock was just at it recently. Let's see if it takes that out. Like always, guys, the Sunrise Report is all about giving you guys the news and the conversations that are going on in the spaces today. I give you guys the reason why things are moving every single morning. Check it out, guys. We're going to be putting this up on our Twitter. The full outprint comes out only on our Discord. So if you haven't checked out our Discord, definitely join. There's a link down in the description below. But that's going to do it for our Sunrise Report, guys. Smash the like and let's keep it going. Let's get back into the market. Let's take a look at the market action today. There's a lot to take a look at, guys. But like always, guys, we'll see what happens in the trading action. DJT is going to be one to watch. The Sunrise Report telling us today to keep your eyes on that super microcomputers and Apple with that nice upgrade. There's a lot to talk about. Let me know in the chat. What is your top catalyst to watch today that could be affecting stocks? We'll take a look at the action. Let's go ahead. Now I'm going to go ahead and share my screen. We'll take a look at the trading action today and see what we're looking at. There's a lot to take a look at this morning, right? So we'll see what happens. Like always, guys, smash the like. There's a lot to take a look at. And first things up, right? Let's take a look at what is going on in my trading space. What can I find this morning? I'm definitely going to be taking a look at that. But definitely Roblox today is also going to be in play. I'll be watching to see what happens in that stock. Let me go ahead and just get a couple more things up here. My gainers and losers list. Where'd it go? There'd it go. Sorry about that, guys. Just fixing up some things here. All right, there we go. I'll get you guys up now. Let's go ahead. Let's pull this up here. All right. So time to keep going, guys. What you guys think of the new graphics this morning? Definitely adding some new flavor for the stream, trying to bring some new things. We'll take a look at the action right now. Of course, you guys see it this morning. Not doing too bad. I'm up about $59. I already took like a nice trade. I actually gave up some of my profit. I was up about like 200. You guys see it here. I did a nice trade on DJT. We're going to continue to watch to see what happens with that. I have a position on right now in DJT. Let's take a look at that action. Let's see what's going on there and where we are. Right now, I'm up a okay amount. I'm up just slightly. It's up at 45.79. I got 45.41. Let's take a look at this. Maybe I add to this position now and we really start taking a swing in DJT. I like this recent downturn. I really shouldn't see it break back down below here, this 45. So that's where I could start risking off of right now. I'm at 45.40. So not bad, near the support. And a lot of this is the hourly support that I'm looking at, right? Right around the hourly support, 44.30s. Right now is this kind of low. And that's where I'm kind of holding in off of, right? I kind of essentially wouldn't want to see that break right now. And I'm closer down there, right? 45.40s. So let's see if this can hold off of that downturn, not really even crack below the 45s now, and really start to reclaim back 46. 46 is going to be that spot where it's hit multiple times and just hasn't taken off. Let's see if we can get this to go back through a long-term trend line, a 15-minute high, and then this just breaks out through 48 and 50s. It's definitely going to be on watch towards the bell, and it could have a washout towards the bell. But I'll tell you one thing, guys. I want a piece of it already. I'm just continuing to watch to see if we can break back above the 46 and 47s, and then I can add to this and take a bigger swing. All right, team, let's get it started. How we doing out there, traders? Smash the like. It's another great day. It's, of course, trade the pool, baby. Take a look at all the action in the market. What are you guys looking at in the chat? Let me catch up with you guys. What's going on, Eric? Check this out, guys. Rich, what's up out there? Trader Life. Bullseye. Day trade with Tony. Good morning, Mitch. Macy's is vomiting right now. Macy's are lower after the company. Ooh, finally, Tony coming in with the news. His own sunrise reports. Telling me about Macy's. Of course, they are trading lower after they announced termination of discussions. This is why I didn't want to short Macy's. I wanted to short Macy's based on the chart, but when I heard this news, I was like, man, this is a little bit dangerous. Now you're getting Macy's to really break, and this could be a real break. And another way we can play this is the XRT to the downside. XRT's up, though, right now, so keep your eyes on Macy's and other plays in this space to start getting hit off of this. Even JWN down a little bit today, so Macy's down big, down to 16.75. I'd be looking for a push back there towards 18, but this could just continue to leak. We'll see what happens there in Macy's, team. All right, let's keep it going, team. Macy's definitely on the radar now. Appreciate that day trading with Tony. That's what it's all about, man. What's up out there, Noli? It's good to see you guys. Can't touch SMCI? Why not? I mean, honestly, even 5 shares can make you a big move in that one. Jane Smith, AMIX, made a few bucks early, then got back in, and now waiting. We'll take a look at the small cap names. Like always, guys, smash the like. It's good to see you guys out there. All right, guys, good morning, Vic. How we doing? Good morning all to everyone out there. We'll keep watching. M looks good after breaking that long consolidation. We'll see it. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of the smaller ones. DAT is one of the ones this morning, guys, trading. That's DADS. So that's chat trading up a pretty good amount here. You guys can see it here. It doesn't look too bad here. Has been kind of giving these nice little runs. 1, 2, 3. This could be the 4th run right now. Could get to the 250 spot. Doesn't look too bad off the kind of the 213. This pullback right here to $2, 208. Holding pretty well now after coming around here. We'll see if it holds the pullback to 210 now. Takes the high there to the 250s. The high right now being 257. Doesn't look too bad in the pre-market here. We'll take a look at that. Let's go to the DJT, as that's already getting a little bit stronger into the green, trying to recover this 46. So at this point, I'm going to go ahead and step up here, guys. I'm going to take my shot here. And like always, guys, what I'll do is towards the open, I might take the money and run on this. But for right now, I'm willing to go ahead and take a shot here. Play with some of the money that I have. I have about $60 cushion. So let's go ahead. Let's take a shot here and see what we can do. So slight tick below 46 is what I'm looking for right now in this. And then we can go ahead and take a shot here. Let's see it here. I'm going to put 45.90s out. Let's go ahead. Let's put 45.90s out. They're out right now, guys. It just clicked above towards 46.18. I'm just looking for the slightest tick down below 46 to add another 20 shares. And then from there, we can keep a watch on it. We'll see what happens here, guys. So I'll keep taking a look at what's going on in that action. I do got some different charts out there that we can take a look at, and I can pull this up here, guys, so you guys can definitely see the trade as it happens and my limit. Let's see if I get the fills right now. I'm taking a look at it, guys. It's trying to get back above the 46.10s here. Let's go to the 1 minute here. Let's see if I can get the fill. Of course, I'm looking for a little bit of a pullback fill right now. And that could be a pullback even up towards the kind of this 45.80 spot. So I have it up there to the 45.90s right now. We'll see if I'm able to get the entry, and it goes right back up towards the 46.40s. You guys see where my entry is down here, guys. I'm going to hang out and see if I can make some good money with Trump today. Let's go, Trump. Fun is another one that's going to be trading off of the sympathy with Trump, right? This one has a tendency of trading with this. You guys can see the 5 minute morning, nice little pullbacks. 1, 2, 3, 4. I like this. I like this now, guys. The setup's there. Now the only question is, will Fun get the move, right? I like how it just came back down towards his 733s. Now could start making the move off of this. Definitely would like to see it hold now, kind of the 730s. I can make this a little thicker to see if we even break this line here right up close. Now we're starting to recover. You can see kind of 1, 2, 3, that fourth down attempt right here. I wouldn't want it to break this low, so I'll pull it to it. It's right around 743s. So pullbacks to the 750s makes sense for me and Fun. We'll see what happens. Will I have some fun today, guys? What about Funware, guys? You guys like it? Yeah. Fun has 1 million short interest. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Good morning to you, Artak. How we doing? Archer, over 5.5. Volume has increased lately. I wonder who's been talking about Archer and Joby. You guys know it. Your boy Money Mitch here has been killing it on the Playbook outlook, and this is one that I'm always going to be upset about. I was talking about Joby back at 510. It's up to 660s, guys. What a move there in Joby lately, and this was one given right here on the Playbook, guys. So smash the like for the Playbook, because the Playbook's been on fire, guys. So if you can do me any favor, that's what I would say. Check out the Playbook, man. We've been killing it on that. And Archer now can maybe take the next step up. And this is a sympathy play, right? This is just playing sympathy off of the action. We'll see what happens. It's already up there to 5, and this was trading at 460s on Friday, right? And we'll see what happens. Look at this. Archer make a nice move till 5. Now back up there to 536. This could really start making a move today, especially with other ones in this space doing well. Blade is another one that just keep a watch on, because this is another one that is in the same space and could start to prop higher, right? We'll see what happens with these. These are definitely names to keep watch on today. We'll see what happens there. ASNS. This is definitely a known one that's on the scanners. We'll see what happens with this one, if it could start making a move back here. We've seen this one move before, right? It was just moving recently. Let's take a look at the action. Around the $1.80 here. So looks like it's finding support again. Let's take a look at the closer action here. Let's get in to see it right above the $2 spot now, holding $2 pullbacks. What I like about it is it's right in the same area where it keeps getting volume. It keeps getting some volume down here around the 220s to the 160. Let's see if it can start making a move to 240s. I wouldn't say 3 just yet on a day like today. I'd say the resistance seems to make sense, a move into this space, but we'll see what happens there in ASNS. All right, guys, what do you guys think about the chart color in this kind of action? This is straight from Trade the Pool. Even though, of course, you guys know I like my other charting. I mix it up. I can use both. All right, keep throwing up those smaller names. If you guys have any of those that you guys want to check out this morning, throw them up in the chat. We'll be taking a look at the action. Let's go to DJT to see if I can get my fill. No fill just yet. So just keeping a close eye on it. We'll see what happens. Definitely up here towards the resistance. The resistance is around 55 on the daily. But there you guys see it. We broke back above the 46, and it came back to 45.89 on the bid. Just didn't fill me. So at this point, what do? Well, if I didn't get the fill there, I'm okay with it dropping down and filling me on a lower attempt, right? So I'm going to put it here towards 45.80s. If I get hit, I get hit. If I don't add, I'll just let it keep running in the green, baby. Let's go. All right, traders, keep it up out there. Bullseye watching one. We'll take a look at that one. CSNI. Is that it? Here, let me see if I got it here. CSNI. All right, I don't have that symbol here, but let me see if I have it on, of course, my other. Let's take a look here. CSNI. Definitely don't have that one. Maybe it's the wrong CNSI, maybe. All right, I don't have that one, man. Oh, SCNI. There you go. Bullseye, you're making me look bad, man. Nah, just messing with you, man. It is what it is. We'll take a look at this one. This is a biotech this morning, and I had around 650s. For some reason, a line already drawn there. So let's take a look at the daily chart. Yeah, makes sense over here to the left-hand side, right? If you look to the left, the daily chart here off of these levels, we'll be keeping a watch on that. And DJT, there she goes. Now we're looking good, guys, up about $50 here. If I can get back above $100, I'm going to take another like 50 off just to pay myself. But let's see if SNCI can get moving here now. One bottom, two bottoms. I'd look for one more bottom towards the 5 on this one right now. It just makes sense to pull back into this spot here. Try to cut down towards the 530s again and then reclaim it. We'll see what happens here on SNCI, but definitely on the radar this morning. Not a bad stock. Let's see if there's any news with this. I want to see if there's any news related to SCNI move. Let me see here. Looks like we got some news here. It looks like there's some results that came out. This is, of course, thanks to Benzinga's news desk here. So they announced some preclinical study results on NAB-AB. So keep your eyes on this action. We'll see if this can continue to move. SNCI. DJT now moving up there to 46.80s here, guys. So nice little move there. Not looking too bad. And we can just continue to let this work, guys. It doesn't look bad. It got up here to 50 last time. That's when I sold my earlier move. It was right at the 50 spot. So I will look to sell some at 50 again. If I can get it up there, I don't mind selling some out and then just keeping the rest, guys. All right, we'll see if I can get that there. That's about 20 shares that I'll sell at 50. I'll already set that up, guys. I'm just going to put it out there, and just so I can make sure I don't miss it if it does go up there. All right, guys, we'll keep that going. I'm going to cancel the ad for right now because I just don't want to get caught on a big wick down here. But doesn't look bad as we're up there to 47.10, 47.09s. At this point, I can set the rest of my stop, break even. I wouldn't really want to lose on this position now. Just looking to let it continue to work. DJT, let's go. Let's go. All right, traders, what are you guys taking a look at out there? Let me know. We can take a look at some different stocks. I'm definitely looking at some different names. Just keep throwing them up in the chat. All right, let's keep going. Let's see what else is out there. IVP killed me when I held a short on Friday. It blew up going above 11. I still feel sick from it. Yeah, Rich. Shorting those big runners on day ones is really a strategy that's never worked out for me. And I can tell you, you guys will see it. It struggles for me. So what I think is the important thing for a name like IVP is waiting to see like the first kind of red day after it's done 3 attempts to kind of break out, right? And so 3 attempts to me, it's done here like this 1 move breakout, 2nd move. The 3rd move was on Friday. Now I think you can get 1 more attempt towards the upside and then a failure. These are usually the days where I start to look to see if we can go ahead and get after one of these. What was another one that I was looking at that I kind of wanted to go for a short? I forgot the name. I want to bring it up, but I'll find out a little later today, guys. There was another one that I went after similar to this. Oh, Zap is one that I'm looking at right now, guys. So we'll see what happens with this one, but I feel like this one could give it up even on a day like today. We'll see what happens there. DJT making that big rip there now to 47.30s, 47.40s. Of course, a lot of people watching this. Look how the trend line comes into play right here. So now let's see if it gets above the trend line and starts to hold this trend line pullback. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a level here on the 5 minute. So I'm going to make this red. If this cuts here, guys, I should be careful and get out and take my money. But for right now, this looks good here for it to start getting above this level and really holding. So a breakout here would be like a move back towards 49, and then you could get the pullback right back towards 47, and then another lift off. We'll see what happens here on DJT. Yeah, Rich, it's all about like trying to figure out like if you are going after it on day one, if you're going for day one moves, right? IVP, right? Let's say if we're attacking this, if this stock can go up to 1250 and then go back to 1025, make sure that you're able to handle that volatility with the size that you have. So on this stock, let's say on the hourly is moving about $1 to $1.95. If I can't risk about at least $1.50, I might be too big sized. And that's the hardest part of these smaller names. Some traders can do it, but I can tell you right now, that's what saved me, is focusing on the average true range. And today, this is all about something that I want to give you guys. This is indicator week. Indicator week means that you guys will be learning indicators today. Today's indicator is relative strength index, right? The RSI. We'll talk a little bit about RSI coming up at 10:30. Stick around for the learning lessons there, team. We can always learn from each other. And you guys let me know how you guys use RSI. We'll talk about it at 10:30. Let's keep going, guys. It's 9:05. A lot more for you guys today. Let's keep going. What else can we find today, guys? What do you guys think about the setup? Just trade the pool, guys. Who has a swing account? We're going to take a look at my swing account right now. It was looking great until Tesla. We'll talk a little bit about that coming up right now. Let's go take a look at that, right? DJT is doing good there. I'll take one more peek at it to see where it's at. Of course, you guys know I have some sell orders out already. We'll see what happens on that action. And love me some RSI. Who doesn't love the RSI? Setup looking fresh. Hey, appreciate the mention, man. Trying to keep it fresh like always, guys. Trying to have a good time and bring some new things to the stream. Let me know if you guys like the upgrades, if you guys like the sunrise report today, like how the playbook's looking, and give me the feedback, because the truth is, guys, I do this for you guys. You right there, tuning in right now. So smash that like. Let's keep going, guys. Let's see what else is out there. Future day trading saying I use RSI. Now I only use VWAP sometimes. We'll take a look at that action. WLDS. WLDS with a Apple's mention. Let's take a look at that. That's already moving here. I need to see the news on Benzinga Pro, but hey, good mention there. I love when you guys do this, guys. Let's help each other out. Okay, so wearables device unveils ChatGPT gestures interaction for Apple Watch. This is the news right here, guys. So let's see if we can get this on a pullback here. If I got this, I would go for 54s or 53s right now on this pullback. Let me see if I can grab it here, guys. And we just go ahead and take a little bit of a pre-market trade here. I'll take, like just 100 shares just to start here. And I'm about to add here. The big thing is I want 55 at least. And then I can add in towards 52. So let's see if I can get 55 on the offer. I'm going to take the first 100, and then I can add up to like 1,000 shares of this. But it needs to be at the right spot, because this could go for the $1 move today. Daily chart looks great too. I don't mind this daily chart at all. You can see it here. And you can also see where we came out of. We came out of this 53 spot. So that's why I'm watching that 53 spot. Anything below the VWAP to 55 and 53s seems to make sense for me. Maybe I'm being a little bit too picky. I need to just grab here the 57s, but you guys know how I am. I try to keep it simple for me. So this is the news right now. Wearable devices unveils ChatGPT gestures interaction for Apple Watch using the Muda band. Is that how you say it? Mudra band? I'm not sure. But I'll just keep going, guys. I don't have an Apple Watch. Let me know in the chat. Do you guys have an Apple Watch? What do you guys think about this news? I don't even have a smartwatch, to tell you the truth. I just have a regular old watch. But did you short Tesla? Oh, we'll talk about that future day trade. I'm still shorted. And yes, it's painful right now. There's 55, guys. Let's take it, guys. I talked about it. I would take it. Oh, I need to go on the limit. Come on, Mitch. We're in the pre-market here. All right, 55s. Let me see if I can get it here, guys. Get the first entry. There it is, guys. I got that in right there. Now I'm going to go for 53s. I'll put 200 there and just start layering there. 52s, 51. All right, there you guys see it. I got about 600 shares waiting to get picked up, and then I can add another, what? I'd have 700. I can add another 300 down below. I have it all layered in, 53s, 52, and 51. I could layer in a little bit more here and try to get a little bit more. Let me see if I can go ahead and try to get a little bit at 54s. So I'm going to try to get some at 54, 53, 52, and then I'll add some more, guys. We'll see if I'm able to get that. Already got a starter, but just a 100 shares. We'll see if this starts to move. But taking the shot, guys. I love Android. Can't stand Apple products. Me neither, Bullseye. I'm a big Android fan, too. Of course, you guys see it. I got the Samsung Life. That's what I like to rock and roll with, man. But, hey. To each his own, right? We'll see what happens here if WLDS with this news can really pop. I'm taking the shot off of it. I can't be mindful of this. It's not bad. It's not a bad move at all. Let me take a little bit more just in case I can't get the ads here. So I'm going to take a little bit more here, seeing if I can get 55 off the bid here. So I'm just doing another 100 there. There you guys have it. So I've got some orders out there for ads. We'll see if we get the ads here on pullbacks. All right, let's go back to DJT. Take a really quick peek there. 4750s, 4771. So almost up there. I just want this to really start moving. This got up to 50 last time, up towards that 49, and I'll definitely take some profit. Let's see what happens with it. It's at $70 right now, looking to get above the $100 spot. Let's see what happens with today's DJT move. All right, guys, let me switch over to the ugly, and boy, should I say this ugly. A lot of traders wouldn't show you what I'm about to show you. And this calls for, where is it? Oh, good Lord, guys. This calls for one of these. Oh, a red alert here, guys. Red alert on my Tesla swing, baby. I am getting hit hard this morning. Let's take a look at that action. Swing trade, no bueno here, guys. You ready to see me? Oh, down 320 on that Tesla, guys. I took a bigger swing on this, guys. 250.07 was adding towards it on Friday and was up in the after hours, right? I was up about almost $100 on this. Now it's up there to 258. I have been ordered to add at 261 and 262. But I'll tell you right now, back through that 263, and I'm going to have to take the cutout. And this one will be painful. It's making my green swing evaluation go from green into the red. So, hey, this is the pure transparency for you guys. There's not too many traders that would bring this up, give you guys the entry, show you the loss. Well, hopefully it doesn't turn out to be a loss. We'll see what happens on this one. All based on the Elon supporting Trump comments. Good old Elon had to go buddy with Trump. But hey, I can't blame him. He's going to be the next president. You might want him on your side. All right, guys, let's go back to the blue light. We'll see what happens with that red light day. But hey, it's how it goes, team. It's not always going to be perfect. I'll keep trying to trade and get out of that one. That's one of the positions that you can work towards the bell. That's what I'll be trying to do. Minimize the damage, maybe get it down closer towards my entry. If I could get a quick wick down to 254s, 252, I can lower the exposure and see what happens there. All right, guys, we'll see what else happens out there. You are right about the key hourly levels, but shorting overnight was a big risk. Agree, future day trade. But the level was there, right? And we all saw how it reacted at that level. right? It was this level right here. It acted as resistance. And if Trump didn't make that move, if the stuff didn't happen with Trump, would it be up here at 260s? I highly doubt it. I highly doubt it. So, hey, to each his own, right? We'll see what happens with that one. DJT breaking the 3 digits now, going into the 48 handle. Let's see if this can get to the 49s. I'm starting to get a little bit picky on my first exit here on DJT. I want some profits, man. I want some profits. I want some cushion to play with towards the bell. It's 913s here. Let me see if I can get into kind of the 84, 49. I'll take the 49. I'll go $1 down there. I did have the 50 set up there, but I don't mind taking half of it at 49. I'm setting it down to 49. We'll see if it makes it there. It's already pulling back a little bit here. Let's see if it can get that push. It's driving and hitting the trend line. So remember, this 46.70s is kind of the level that I really like to see it hold. And if I wanted to now, I could put a stop up towards my entry or 46. Doesn't seem too bad. We'll see what happens there in DJT. WLDS filling me some shares there, guys. So, hey, not looking too bad on this WLDS. Starting to get the share size to fill up there. I got 400 at 55. Filling some lower and lower bids right now at 53s. Have some more out towards the 52 and 51s. We'll see if we get those fills and start to come a little lower here. Then look for wearable devices to get the lift today, especially going out here on the hourly back towards this 70 spot. Looks to make sense for me. And then the 80-cent spot. So, hey, we got the outlook there. We'll see what happens. Wearable device stock. And whenever you mention Apple, a smaller name with Apple, I'll definitely pay attention to you. DJT, we'll see how that one keeps moving, baby. It's going to be a battle today. And what's up with fun? Fun, bottoming out, guys. Bottoming out and looking interesting for me. But the only problem with this one is that I don't believe in anything this company does. But hey, to each his own, right? This, to me, is definitely a pump. I've seen the CEO talk. I've seen different people talk from this company. And let's just say it's fun, all right. All right, guys, let's keep going. We'll see what happens on that WLDS. Was able to get some fills. We'll look to see if it gets back up to that 60 spot. SCNI, there you go. Green, baby. Green, nice little pop there. Holding right now. Starting to get up there to the 650s. We'll look to see if this really can get moving. Not a bad one on the day today. A lot of the Bitcoin names showing up there. I see Tesla showing up. Let's see what else is showing up there. Fate showing up there. So there's a lot of stocks on the move today. Got to keep watching on that. How's DATS doing there? DATS holding in off that $2 spot. Still hasn't made that run to the 250s. That's one thing to look at. Solars are down today. They can't keep up. Steel X is up. Yeah, steel is up. Basic materials have been doing well. Let's take a look at the daily chart. You can see this. This was last week. Last week was a great week for basic materials. We looked at gold. We looked at silver as being names that looked great. AG, remember that move. We'll see if this could get back up there through the 670s, going to 7, still in play there. And gold overall, not a bad move, guys. Last week we were talking about this as being a potential play here. Nice little weekly move. Now could pull back a little bit on the weekly. I could see it pull back to 1750s. So be careful out there, team. We'll see what happens on gold. Coal was another player, right, that we were looking at. HCC has been the strongest name as of late, and it continued on Friday, getting to bounce back. So I'll be watching this one. AMR is another big name in this space. Can this really get going? Well, if energy gets moving, that's how I look at coal, guys. So XLE is another one to put on the radar. Just turned in the last 4 days right back up. So it's still in play, guys. We need to see what happens on the XLE. On oil, you guys can keep your eyes on plenty of different names here. You can even do Oxy, right, with the Warren Buffett favorite. We'll see what happens there. Definitely energy is something that I need to watch, guys. It's seasonally time for energy to make the move. The only question is, when will that happen? That's really what I'm looking at there. All right, guys, I see Day Trade with Tony mentioned Macy's. Did you check it out? Yeah, future Day Trade. We checked it out for sure. We'll take a look at that action. Macy's for us is I need to get back towards 18, 17s. It's already at 16. And the big part of this is I thought this stock is a short, but then the news came out of the potential deal. And I was like, I'm not fighting anybody on a potential deal for Macy's, even though I wouldn't buy it with your money. But that's just how it goes, guys. DJT coming down a little bit there, back towards the 47.20s. We'll see if it holds to 46.75. And this trend line is going to be very important. You see how it's coming back to it. Let's see if it reloads there around 47 and makes the move right back to the upside. All right, guys, a lot to take a look at. Solar, you want to take a look at. Let's go take a look at how solar is doing. This is the industry outlook, right? So you can see how this is pulled back as of late and starting to curl back. But is this on a run? It doesn't look like it's on a run to me. It just looks like it's trying to bottom. And trying to bottom is just bottom fishing for me. The only question for solar stocks is, do rates get cut? That's why I think you saw the lift. That's why you got some strength into these solar names, because potential rate cuts can help these names, can also help the utility names. So if utilities are going up like this, why are they going up like this? Well, I think this is traders betting on that rate cuts are coming, and that's the type of stocks that would get help. What are some type of stocks that would get hurt in rate cuts? Well, what would get hurt is financial services, and financial services are also at the high. So we'll see what happens with these names, right? Goldman Sachs today was supposed to report. Let's take a look at the Goldman Sachs report here. I'm pretty sure it's already out. Let me take a look at it. Anything out here? Let me see. Goldman Sachs, what you get? My man Brad calling it Goldman Sachs last night. It got stuck in my head. Sorry about that, guys, if you guys like Goldman Sachs. Let's get it here. They declared a $3 dividend. That's going to help, guys. And then here is the EPS outlook here. EPS coming in at $8.62, beating the $8.35 estimate. Sales of 12.73, beat the 12.45. So it doesn't look too bad on the beats. And raising the dividend, that's never going to get you some people mad at you. It's kind of hanging in there. But one thing that Goldman Sachs loves to do is run into the earnings and then turn around. Same thing is for Morgan Stanley. So Morgan Stanley gets up there to the 105, breaks out before the earnings, and now starts to turn around. So for me, this could be a turnaround back to the downside, even on good numbers. Keep your eyes on that. JPM is one that I'll give the radar to watch for, because it's pulled back on the daily support and is already making it back. So yes, of course, the earnings came out on Friday. This traded down there towards 202. But look where it closed. It closed right off the daily support. So that's going to be the daily support level to watch. This 203.90 area. Maybe it's a little bit thicker than that, right? Maybe it's towards kind of the 204 or 203.80s. But we'll see what happens if that can hold and start making the move back up. A breakdown through that, and yeah, goodbye goes to the banks. We'll see what happens there. XLF. Of course, the XLF is up there to the 4250s, trying to break out, but near the resistance and could run into a wall today. We'll see what happens there in XLF. Later in the week, we'll get Netflix to report earnings. There's a lot of earnings that will be coming in, team. What are some earning stocks that you guys have on the radar? It's 9:21, guys. We got a little bit left here, but WLDS already starting to lift a little bit off of that bottoming action. So not looking too bad on this one. Could add some more size on this, and I definitely could. But for right now, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to leave it here. I'm still have those orders to add at 52 and 51, which I would then go ahead and I'll put down to 50 on that other ad. So 52 and 50 are for my ads right now. Going to see if this starts to make the move, and then I can start adding to it if it really wants to start popping here. But definitely WLDS, not looking too bad this morning. DJT, right off of that 4670 spot, battling right now. We'll see if it wants to make the move or not. If it doesn't want to make the move here, I might just sell it and then look to get back in, guys. So there's nothing wrong with selling it and getting back in, guys. That's one thing that most traders cannot do mentally. So we'll see what happens here. Definitely, if it starts to break, let's say this 4650s where it keeps hitting twice, well, that means I got to get out while the getting's good. We'll see what happens here if it bounces. All right, catching up with you guys. What's up out there, traders? It's a great day for us today. Got a lot more for you guys to take a look at. All right, be careful with DJT. I don't trust that stock at all. If this crazy guy destroys the former president, this stock will be at $10 this morning. Well, I'll tell you one thing. I don't know what would happen, guys. This is just how it goes, man. But hey, I'm going to still trade DJT. I just feel like it's definitely the hottest name today. It's going to be on the radar. Let's just say that much. And will it have up and down moves? Yeah. This is one of these going to be where I take quick profits, try to gain a cushion. If I can gain a good cushion to work with, we'll keep working with that cushion, right? Up 56. That's what I'm trying to do right now, is build a nice little pre-market cushion, and then we can go ahead and adjust. It's 9:23 here, guys. Definitely at 9:30. If it's around this 46.70s, I got to be careful, ready to just hit the trigger out and then look to get back in. WLDS starting to get in the green there for me. I'll keep letting that one work. Guys, let's add stuff to the watch list today. Let's make a new watch list. We've been making new ones every day. I don't mind making a new one today. Just got to throw up some tickers that you guys are watching, and we'll keep throwing them up here in the watch list. For right now, I'll leave the Friday's watch list up, but you guys keep throwing up some tickers. I'm going to adjust this. Let's keep it going. All right, what other ones are making moves? On Friday, we had, of course, IVP. We'll take a look at Clean Spark, as I was looking at that one. And boy, oh boy, if I would have held that Clean Spark position. You guys remember on Friday, this was my best green to the upside, and I was trading this at 15.25. It's at 17 today. So, hey, the back up above 60,000 for Bitcoin. This tells me that, hey, watch out for a 100K run. So with that mentioned, we could take a look at so many of these names today. Riot, Hut, that never wanted to go away. Hut never wanted to go away, telling me something. Hey, these stocks can get strong and start making a big run. Coin, definitely going to be one that can make a nice big run again. So if you want one to put on the radar that I wasn't talking about, that just came into my head, and sometimes this happens, team, as I keep talking about stocks in a play, it starts to stand out to me. So with this being said, the weekly on coin, nice little support around the 207, 220 areas. Let's take a look at the daily. Daily just crossed right back up here. So this area here definitely could act as support, this 226 area. Let's see if this really wants to start going. Kind of like this one. Keep it on the radar, guys. Coin. Did I just mention Coinbase to the upside? I think this is the first time I look at this stock to the upside. We'll see what happens. IVP offering, definitely got to be careful with those offerings. That could definitely hurt. Where is the IVP offering? Let's take a look at that. Donald Trump getting a little jump there back towards the 47.26. So holding that 46.50 spot and bouncing right off of that level. All right, we'll see what happens there. Looking for I don't see an offering on IVP. Are you thinking there's an offering that comes out, or are you seeing one out there? There's a big difference, Bullseye. Make sure you say it so that people know. All right, how do you see QS? Alex, I'm still kicking myself, man. I saw QS when it just jumped into $6 that day when the news came out, and it wasn't even open yet. It was in the pre-market in that hour, and I wanted to grab this one. And boy, oh boy, it's a little bit too far now, right? So at this point, I got to look for pullbacks to play on QuantumScape. So with this name, of course, this is a favorite, but you got to get the pullbacks, because look at this. You're running right into this. And yeah, I do have a little bit of ways away, like let's say 880s and 9, but that's only $1 up. And then there's easily pullback towards 644, which is $2 down. So just keep that in mind. I think with QuantumScape, I can play it, but I got to be quick because there's resistance above. And yes, this could get a lift, but this could also have a nice pullback towards this weekly 650s. So where I would like to play it is after it pulled back to that 650. Yeah, call me because I want it. I want it, man. QS, one to watch. And also, this is a SPAC play. SPACs are doing this often right now, guys. Desktop Metal, another one, right? Joby, Archer, all these names definitely on the radar, guys. DJT starting to break down a little bit here, so I'm going to give it the chance to bounce here, but definitely really close to cutting out on DJT. I'm in the green. If I cut out here, I'd definitely be in the green, but that cut down below 46 or 246 and then right above 46 tells me 46 is my level to watch right now. If that breaks, I got to go. So 45.90s, 45.60 on the limit, just to make sure I get out. Boom, set it and forget it, baby. We'll see what happens, guys, but there you guys have it. I got my stop set now so that I don't have to watch this no more and could just let it work, right? Let me go ahead and just pull this up here. Or you guys could actually see it right behind me. Look at this, guys. I got this big screen here for me now. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy here, guys. We'll see what happens. Can DJT go to the moon, man? We'll see. All right, we'll see if it stops me out. Triggers are right there, guys. All right, it's really close here, guys. We'll see what happens. 46.27. Will it get me out? It's 9.29, guys. This is why it's coming down here, guys. This is a test of the downside here. I'm going to cut my limits here, and this could cut me out right here at the gates, and it could go right back up. But I'll tell you one thing. I don't want to be in a position of danger here towards the bell. I'd rather cut out and get back in. So that's why I have my stop limit set. We'll see what happens here, team. Smash the like. It's been a great day. We went through the playbook. Playbook included a couple of names that definitely I'd put on the radar. We'll see what happens. DJT, the Bitcoin names, and ARKK as one to keep on watch today. So we'll see if this could get back up there towards the 47.80s. Definitely on the radar for me. ARKK, keep your watch on that. We'll see if it comes right back up there through the 48s today and starts to make an up move. SMCI also on the radar. Here's DJT. There's the bell. Let's see what happens, team. See if I hold on to my position. All right, guys, cut out of that one right there. Right at the bell, it cut me out. It could recover this 46, but I don't want to get caught on the washout. It went right there. It would have got me back into the red there. I took the green. So not mad at all at taking the green there. There's DJT in the red. Now I'm going to go focus on WLDS, but at the same time, can still take a look at DJT. Getting some alert on BLDR and CEIX. That's aluminum play on CEIX. And then, of course, you guys can take a look at BLDR. That's a builder's stock. And we've seen REITs been hot last week. We'll see if we get it back this week. All right, guys, let's keep it going, team. A lot of action there. DJT down to 43. So watch out, team, as that comes down in a hurry. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look here. I'm going to put up my multi-chart so you guys can take a look at different stocks out there. Let me know what stock you guys want me to add here. I can always add some new names here, and we'll keep a watch to see what happens out there. Google on my radar for the 200 run. Already getting a nice little spike there is Google. We'll see what happens on that. IVP with a little bit of a spike. And Tesla with a move down here. Clean Spark looking good there. We'll see what happens on Fun. That's another one to keep on watch. Downside action to start the day there. I'm going to go manage right now. I want to go manage right now on a different trade. That's the, of course, that's the Tesla trade, the Tesla swing. Sorry about that, guys. It's just a lot going on here. Watching this WLDS come down, and it's probably going to give me this fill down to 50s here, guys. So we'll see what happens if I do get that fill. After that, I will hold off the low right there, the 48s. Don't want to get filled here at the kind of the 51s even. I have out there 50s and 49s here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to cancel one of them. I'll add at 50 and then start to hold. There's Google going strong, guys. Google strong out the gates here. This is one that I could watch for a nice rip today. We'll see if I can get some pullback on Google. I'll keep watching, see if I get that pullback to the VWAP. VWAP pullback already happened at 186.86. So let's see if this makes a move to 188 now. Really starts going here. And that's Google. All right, Mitch in a monitor sweatbox. Let's go. Actually, it's pretty cool here, guys. I have a 55-inch too. The goal is 4 32s and an 85-inch TV. Hell yeah, I love it, man. I love it. I got 2 32s, 2 24s, one let's say 16-inch, and then the 50-inch behind me. But we're gonna keep building, team. It's Google, strong, baby, strong. All right, let me go manage my swing, man, because I got to go manage that. Got to be smart. Here. All right, Tesla. All right, we're down pretty good. We got down to 253, so just going to watch right now to see if I can get to the 250, a little bit below that 253. I'm looking for a little more cut down on this if possible. It's already climbing back here, guys, so just got to be quick and watching this. This is the most important thing for me. Back down a little bit, closer towards that 252.80s. Even that 253s, I can start to cut half of it, if not all of it off here. Got to manage it, got to focus on this. I'm missing out opportunities for this. Google up there to 188. Definitely one stock that I want to keep watch. IVP's hot right now. CleanSpark holding in a pullback. Keeping a watch to see what else happens on different names today. Keeping a watch on WLDS. That is going lower towards the 48. So I got to switch over to manage that. This is how it is, team. When you're managing, you're moving all around here. So I'm just going to focus on WLDS. Now got to set a stop for that. Got to make sure I don't get cut out there. All right, guys, setting the 44-cent stop there. That'd be a $54 loss there for that one. We'll see what happens. I'm still up 79 on the day. So let's keep rolling, team. All right, going back towards the Tesla management because that's what matters to me, really. This is back to 256. This is what I didn't want to see, guys. The morning cutout was the moment to manage this position. Now it's starting to get towards the breakout look. This is not what I wanted to see. But like always, team, got to focus, and keep watch of our positions. This morning, got that opportunity to cut down at the 253. Let's see if I still get that opportunity here. All right, just got to set the stop here. Make sure I set a stop and I can get out if I need to. All right, 260.45. Yeah, seems to make sense here. And if it does hit me there, it's going to be a big out there, but we'll see what happens there. Set the stop there. Going to go ahead and get back. What I do want to do is also set, if it does come back here, to get out at the 252s. So I'm going to set that up there. Let me go ahead and get that ready. Set a stop there. All right, 40 there. Just setting it up here, guys. All right, traders. We'll see what happens if I can get that move right back down, but looking to see what happens there, guys. It's definitely a tough day for me there, which should have been paying attention a little bit closer to this at the bell. Was paying attention at some other ones there, but just setting it out if I come back down to that spot, and also setting the out for the other side, right? Got to set both sides right there. We'll see what happens on Tesla. Going back to the day trade side of things. Let's go back to it. Let's go try to make some money today. All right, up about 70 on the day trades action here. Let's see what happens with WLDS, if it can start making the move back. And DJT, what's up with DJT now? Now down to 41.60. So definitely getting hit hard there. Fun now down to $7. Definitely a big hit there. That's how'd that one do there? It's holding up to $2 right now. SCNI halted at $7.95. So big move up there in SCNI, right back up to the resistance. Good push there, guys. All right, looking around to see what else is making a move today. Fun right off that 7, just holding in for right now. AUR with a big push up there. This is the LiDAR play. Actually not doing too bad. We'll keep a watch on that. Tesla back up there, still holding in for right now. We'll see what happens on that one. AUR doing well there, up there to the 415s. We'll look to see if this can keep running. Clean Spark trying to catch a little bit of some dip buy there. IVP up to 1255. What a move there. How's the ZAP? ZAP down to $10 from not a bad move there. We keep watch on that one. That actually looks good for a short there. ZAP rejecting to come back to the VWAP right now. Went down to 950s just a second ago there. Doesn't look bad. It looks pretty weak there. The only thing is if I short it here, I have to hold for like a scalp. This is definitely a scalp off of this. It would be the 1020s. So I'm going to look for one more push up to the 1040s and then the real flush and ZAP. Let's see if I can get that back towards the VWAP and then get the fade on this. That's that 1040 coming back and then fading off of that. IVP doing well there, guys. Google pulled back for a second, right back up, guys. So Google looking strong off of that mention this morning, guys. Smash the like, guys. You guys know where you're at. It's live trading with trade to pool action. We had a great morning taking a look at the Playbook, the sunrise report. Now let's go try to find some of that sunrise out there. WLDS still in the red there for me. We'll see what happens with this one if this could start working back. Looking around, guys, to see where the trade action's going. Mara, not looking too bad there. A little spike. Nothing that I see standing out there. But looking around for some trades here. All right, catching to some comments in the chat. What are you guys taking a look at? Yeah, it's hard, man. It's hard to do it all and talk to you guys and take a look at everything. But the truth is, I look forward to it, guys. It's a test every day. Macy's still leaking out, not looking too great there. Not doing much either. Let's be honest. DJT down to 41. SCNI, I hate these stocks. In at 705. Yeah, it's up there to 869, man. That thing is ripping. SCNI. DJT definitely taking that big pullback. IVP though up at a halt also. IVP big rip up there, guys. CONL. Oh, coin, guys, coin. Oh, good lord, guys, good lord. I gotta switch over here, guys. What happened to coin, man? Oh, I just talked about this one. It's hard to keep watch on all of them, guys. Look at this. We just talked about coin. Coin straight up out the gates, guys. From 230 to 236, already a nice little 3%, $6 ride up already, guys. So I'm looking for a pullback to 232s, but man, what a nice little lift there in coin. That's why I got the CONL. This is the 1.5 daily long on coin, and Granite shares one. And boy, this is hot right now. Oh man, this was a good one. Coinbase. Hood could also move off of this. Hood, there you go. Relationships. When I see coin moving, a lot of times since Hood also got access to a lot of the coin, the crypto coins, right? Well, there you'll see Hood move also. So let's see if Hood goes down to 23 and coin back down towards, let's say, like 232 spot. Doesn't look too bad, but it's hot right now. Google looking strong also to 188. I'm looking for pullbacks on that. That's looking good there. Amazon starting to get hot there. 195. Talked about the Prime Day and how that could come into play and finally get the run back to 200. We'll see what happens there. 193 support off the daily. Came back towards that 193. Pushed off of that, so it doesn't look too bad. I'd like to see 194 test a little later today. If I could get that 194, wouldn't mind and maybe take a long on Amazon. We'll see what happens there, guys. Not bad of a move. SWBI, trying to use that Smith & Wesson. Chapow, chapow, chapow. Don't like halts? Yeah, halts are crazy. IVP, what you know about that? That's chat, man. It's not doing much. I'll tell you that much. It's kind of dying out. We'll see what happens there. SCNI was up there to the 8s. Now on the down halt. Holy moly. I'm stuck in halts all the time. Yeah, halts are hard to deal with, guys. That's for sure. Look at Zap. Zap opportunity there was off the 10 there. Was looking to see if it faded off. Would be more of a scalp look off of that 10. But right here, fade to the 950s. Not a bad one there. Zap, pretty weak today, guys. We'll look to see if it bounces. But not a bad one to watch for some potential short side action. Macy's still down big, down to 16s. Not looking good there. Run getting smacked. This is what I talked about with Solar, man. Solar is getting smacked again. SCDG looks good for a fade here. This is a good SCDG fade here. Back down to the 2750 seems to make sense for me here, guys. I just needed to kind of, it's kind of quick there. I needed the VWAP entrance to risk off the 2850s. That's what really makes sense for me here. But I'll go for a quick trade here. It doesn't look too bad. Did lose out on that WLDS, so I'm only up 22 on the day. See what happens with this one. See if I can get the slightest bounce here towards like 2810s. Because really I should be closer towards the VWAP. I like shorting this off the 2823s, and we went up there to 2825. All right, ENPH, it's another one that could be similar trade, very similar trade. FSLR, very similar trade. You can see the setups are there. Now the only question is, do we get the continued takedown in these names? We'll see what happens. XLE, trying to hold that 91 on the pullback. We'll see if it takes off today. Definitely energy is on the watch. Let's go to the sectors in the industries. Financial services leading the way. Industrials behind that. Then healthcare. On the downside, utilities, basic materials that have been hot, and cyclicals names taking a down hit today. Technology still slightly red during the day. That's interesting to note. We'll see what happens there. And healthcare is in the green. I did see that some names could be something to watch. The healthcare plans. Looks like the Republicans are kind of giving these supports. So keep your eyes on UNH. ELV today, that's in the red there, but looking to see if these can get back in the green today, as lots of mentions there with healthcare plans and kind of a Republican support. All right, IVP halted again. Well, it was on the halt, the 1255. Did it already come back here? Oh, it's on like, what is it, on a 10-minute halt? Is this a 10-minute halt or 15-minute halt? Something to watch for. It's 9:45, guys. This is where we usually get swings in the SPY, right? And the Qs. The SPY is actually on a down move, and it's fast here, guys. Qs down also. So Tesla, come on down to me, man. Come on down to me. I need you to come back, baby. I need you to come back. We'll see what happens on that one. Nvidia, to see if it goes red. There's a red action there. Apple with good news. Red right now. We'll see if the Qs start to drag. With this bounce up today, just a trap to the upside. We'll see what happens there. JPM is up. We'll see if it goes red today, and then BlackRock, right? We'll see if that can go red. What about Goldman Sachs? It's up right now, 490s. Morgan Stanley up there towards the 104s. We'll see if things go red now in the financials. That's one thing that I'll note. Right here, it's up, leading. Let's see if it leads towards the end of the day. IVP ripping. Yeah, it's just not my favorite trade, guys, but I'll go look at it here on the multi-charts for you guys. But I'll take a look at it here. Let's go ahead. Let's go back to the screen there so you guys can see the multi-charts, and you see IVP on your bottom left chart there. You could trade IVP, man. I could trade IVP. I'll tell you right now. Arlette, what do you mean? Of course you could trade IVP. IVP up there to 1482s. When it's halted, though, you're not going to be able to place an order, of course. That's one thing to note. IVP opening there to 13s, going straight to 1482s. And man, that opened at 347, went down there towards 1288 and then back up. So you got to be able to deal with that kind of volatility. Right now, on a 5-minute basis, this is easily moving like 55 cents on the hourly. I would say it's moving closer towards $1.79. So you got to be able to handle the volatility That's in IVP. SCNI, let's see what happens on that one after a down halt. Well, we get an up halt now. So we got a down halt move. Let's see if it goes to the VWAP. $7 seems to be like a support that could play in this SCNI. If I did take a shot on this, it'd be kind of really small, but let's see what happens here. If it starts to hold and it makes a move right back up there towards 9. I'd look for a $7 pullback, but hey, to each his own. If you like this resistance here, the 720, it also makes sense. VWAP right now is at 719. Let's see if this holds and starts to make a push. It's already going up there towards 8. There it is. There's 8. Let's see if it goes there towards 9. That's SCNI. I'll put it up here in the middle here. And there you guys see that SEDG. That was a good look there. That VWAP 28 rejection all the way back down to 27.15. So there you guys have it, right back down there. Zap getting that nice little pop here. This is the one that I'll look for a short on, guys. Been waiting to try to get a little spot of this, but there's 1060s by 1025. So that's one thing to note. You got to be careful when you're dealing with a spread like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go at it really slow. That's what I want to do here. I want to just get a starter, and then I can look to try to get some more. I'm looking for the 1040 on the bid. All right, guys, going to put out some orders here. 1040s, 1060, and then above it, 1080s. Putting out 30 shares each, guys, on Zap. So trying to get some Zap entry here, but it needs to be the right entry towards the 1040s. There's 1046 there. There, got some entry at least there, 1045. So I got 30 shares only, though. I'm trying to get some more closer towards the 1080s and 1060s. So let's see what happens here. I'm just trying to size in accordingly here. And I can always mark it in and try to add to it. But here, going for Zap, guys. Zap's right here in the middle. SEDG was a nice little fade look, guys. Look at that fade. That's Solar getting hit hard there. IVP doing well. Look at Google, guys. Google looking really great today, guys. That looks like it wants 200. Amazon, did we pull back yet towards that level? No pullback on Amazon. This also looking good here. Prime Day, baby. It's Prime Day. Zappy Zap holding in right now, but man, IVP, big push there. What's up with Tesla? 259. Oh, it went to that 261. I probably got stopped out on the swing trade, guys. That's going to be a big hit there on the swing trade. But guess what? Only thing you can do, take big hits, then swing again, baby. Don't worry about that. I'm not worried about it on the swing account because I've been doing really great. And so, hey, one trade, maybe got sized a little too big on Tesla. Really, it was Elon's mouth that kind of ruined the trade. But hey, it always can happen, right? Elon can always come in and shake things up in Tesla. And that's exactly what we got there. So Zap, looking at Zap. Let's see if we can go ahead and zap this thing back down today. All right, the big moves could come on this one too, right? It could squeeze right back up through 1150. So you got to keep that on watch, right? That's why I'm going at it slow right now and taking a measured approach on the entrance. Opening price here today was 1050s. So 1050s acting as resistance is an actual important level to kind of keep a watch on right now. All right, still holding in there. The bid is 1030s by 1056. So looking at it right now, putting it up there towards the 1070s for entrance to add. On Zap, looking to get some more Zap. Starting to see fun bottom out there a little bit. Going to look at DJT to see what's going on there. It's down to 3980s, man. What a crazy move. Elon has the ability to wreck stocks because people lack emotional intelligence and can't accept others' opinions, and humans are a funny species. Yeah, I mean, that's just what it is, man. The truth is that someone's voice shouldn't have that much of reaction to different stocks. That's another conversation, but hey, to each his own. Influence has always been around and will continue being around, right? That's never going away. Let's just be honest. All right, guys, Zap's starting to come down there. I have a 1045 first entry there. I do want to add to this, but I'm just trying to be smart with the ads, right? If I am going to add, it has to be closer towards my entry. So let's see if I can get 1030s, 1050s, and then I can risk off the 11s. But it's zappy zap, man. That thing moves all around. Let's just say that much. All right, looking around at that one, the spread's still a little wide on that one, so focusing in, but let's take a look here. SCNI, how'd that one do? It made it up there to the 875s, then turned right back down, so be careful out there. Now seeing another one here show up, AEON. AEON was in a halt just recently, now pulling back. We'll see if it holds a $2 pullback, but AEON, one that was moving around. We even got some warrants trading here on Trade the Pool. Man. DJTWW, the warrants that trade there that you guys can be taking a look at. That's crazy talk. But yeah, we even got warrants, baby. Let's go. Smash the like out there. You guys know where you're at. It's Trade the Pool. Hit that bell. Hit that trumpet. Who's getting that money today? Let me know, team. Who's getting after it, team? Get after it. Get that money. Let me know if you guys are cashing in. He said something about mushrooms and they dumped 28%, have not recovered from it. Oh yeah, I mean, oh that was one of the best comments, man. And it's Elon here, man. I wouldn't be. Mushrooms is probably the lightest thing he's done. Let's keep going, guys. Zap, what's going on Zap? There, it's down to 1006 now. Looking for a little bounce there to add in Zap, but no ads just yet. All right, got some orders out to add there. IVP's at 1326, man. Holy moly. That thing opened up and just right back down. That's where it gets very difficult, man. I can't deal with that kind of action. But hey, to each his own. DJT trying to bottom off this 40. Is this the bottom here, guys? I don't know. I'll tell you one thing. DJT is moving all around, but doesn't look good there for me. Amazon's looking better, man. Amazon looking great. I would love to see a 194 test down. All right, guys, getting that move back up in Zap. Trying to get an ad here on Zap. I have an order out to add at the 40s. Probably like, what is it, 39? Yeah, 39 right now. Tesla doing well there, guys. Back to 261. All right, guys, just got another fill there now. Now I got about 60 shares short of Zap. Looking to get one more fill here in the kind of like 1060s. I rejected it there. Let's take the shot here, guys. I'm right around the 1039. Want to add here, get like 90 shares, take my shot here. On Zap coming right back down. DJT starting to hold in there, just taking a quick look off of that. Google, how's that doing? 188 now. No pullbacks pretty much. Strong, baby, strong. All right, let's look at Coin. Coin's also a top watch today. That was doing really well there, and it's continuing, man. Coin doing really well right now. The Bitcoin miners, how those are doing. Clean Spark. There's IVP opened again, guys. It's up there towards 1260s on the down action now. Got to be careful with that type of trade, man. That's a hard one. Clean Spark still just chomping around. Could do an hour down move and then come back. That's one thing I'd note. Zappy Zap. I'm in it, guys. I'm in it on Zap, but we'll see if this works out here. This is a harder trade for sure. But I've been trying to get after Zap for some time now, so I actually don't mind this at all. All right, we're looking pretty decent here. And I just got to figure out risk to return here. Make sure I get this according. So I can't add a little bit and then hold off the 11s. So that's probably what I'm looking at right now. So I'm looking to try to get some above my entry and then add to it for the takedown, back down below the 10. DJT starting to come back towards that. Doesn't look too bad at all. See if I can get like 1050s. That'd be a nice add here. 1046 by 1032s. Average right now is 1042. Kathy Wood dancing naked. Yes, I talked about it. Kathy Wood is one of my watches today. ARK coming back fast, guys. It's on the playbook. Let's take a look there. ARK, ARKK, doing well now, guys. I'd like to pull back here to 4740s, but it came down to 47s, holding well now, recovering that hourly chart. That hourly chart looks great there. Look at the hourly chart. Came back to it, recovered it. Now 48 in play here for ARK today. I'm looking for pullbacks to 4740s, but doesn't mean that it can't just keep lifting from here and going to 48s. It's definitely in play. 47.75, so looking pretty well there. Kathy, get out of the cave. Kathy's in the cave and getting out, man. That means the bull days are something to watch. Unity is another one that was hot on Friday that's pulled back, that's giving you an opportunity. It was hot, well, a couple days ago. So that's giving you the opportunity on the 1675 pullback. Now just reclaim 17. So Unity is another name in ARK that could be doing well. And look at Zappy Zap go there. Zappy Zap going for the 11 break here. I'm going to go ahead and set a stop here towards 11.16, guys. Just looking around there, but just setting the stop there. If this starts to work back down towards the 1070s, that's when I'll start going ahead and adding to it. Didn't add right now, but watching it. Let me go ahead and put this up here. Unity. This seems like a good trade idea right here. Coming back here for the 17 after a recent dip. We'll see what happens. 17 to like 1670s look like good layers. We'll see what happens there. Unity's been bottoming, right? I mean, there's a lot of kind of turn here that you can be looking at. Not bad off the 17s, but especially even for the swing trade. Zap trying up there. Could stop me out. We'll see what happens there. There you go, Noli. That's all. 1.5 reward on Carvana with a trailing stop. There you go, get that money. Mara gonna finally pop or fail? Eric, I don't know, man. For me on Mara, this loves to do like 1 hour charts where it just kind of like gets retail to like just focus on it and then it goes away, but it's holding right now. Coin is looking great. I'd look for pullbacks to that. MSTR, how's that staying strong? Yeah, it's staying strong right there. MSTR up to 1533s. Hut staying strong. Riot just starting to recover the VWAP. And then there's CIFR, Cipher Mining, right? There's BitF, there's BitX. There's so many names there that are moving. Keep your watch on that. Carvana, good play there though, Noli. Good play there, man. Nice move up, continuing with the trend and staying with a nice trend that's just grinding higher. Carvana doing well today. IVP back down to 12 there. SCNI. Now pulling back to the 766. All right, fun. That bottom out yet? Nope. And it's not bottoming out. AUR continuing to the 430s. So that actually looking pretty decent there, guys. AUR looking pretty good there. Here's that back down, guys. This is when I want to go and hammer it now. Now I can take my shot here, but the spread is wide now. That's where it gets difficult. Got to let the bid move up a little bit so that I can nail Zap a little bit more and then just risk off that 11 high there. All right, let's see what the bids are here. The 1090 is 1,000 shares on the offer, so that's acting as a resistance right now. There's 1061s back up there. See if I can get 1070s on the ad. That'd be a nice ad. Let's set there the 1070s. There you go. Set the 1070s there. See if it gets me that fill. All right, Clean Spark holding that 17. It's looking good there. What's up with the SPY? I SPY. It's making a down move earlier here. Now starting to hold in on the hourly. Could make the move back towards 563.45. So let's see what happens there. Definitely gave you some wicks on the downside. And financial services that we're leading now, still, I mean, hanging in there. Industrials are the ones that are pushing strong today, guys. So trend that I definitely got to point out, guys, is farm and heavy construction. So let me go ahead and switch over to show you guys this. This is very important, guys. I pay attention to this all the time. Let's take a look at the sectors and the industries. And I'm always going to point these out when I see this. So move like this, right? So this is farm and heavy construction. This is an important outlook. This has your names like CAT. This has your names like Deere, right? DE. This has your names like PACAR. This shows me more what? Rate cuts, rate cuts. Some people are thinking that rate cuts are coming. So that would help these industrial plays. Look at XLI trying to take off there. So definitely keep your watch on that. GE has been on a watch on the daily for a while now. For this move back above the 165. It's on the 160 support right now. So it doesn't look too bad to maybe reverse on the day and really get back above that 160 and hold. I actually don't mind this one today on a day where industrials are doing well and you got a lot of support that just came in. Would like to see that 159 40s hold now, but just above the 160s. So it really doesn't look too bad there. I'd like for a quick little pullback look here towards 159.80s and 159.60s, somewhere in between there. We'll see what happens on GE. So that's in diversified industrials. You're looking at kind of more Honeywell and different actions there. But definitely industrials in play today, leading the market action from the open. So industrials, something I didn't expect to look at, but doing really well now. All right, financial services right behind that, and energy doing well there. So XOM, pretty decent move there. Technology now back into the green. What's doing well here? Where are some big names that are doing well? Google, of course, doing well. That's not looking too bad there. How's Amazon still doing? Amazon up there to 195.19 and looking well. So Amazon coming off that daily support could start making that move back through 200. Doesn't look too bad here to even risk off the 193 for the swing trade. And this is all on the Prime Day action. We'll look to see if people are buying on Prime. Mara. Will we get the pop? We'll see what happens on that one, Eric. Buy popping a little bit. IVP slowing down towards that 1160s. All right, canceling down my stop for right now. Just looking at Zap. About to go ahead and take a shot in Zap, man. Yeah, let's go take the shot now. All right, guys, just shorted a little bit more here, guys. Now I got 120 here. There's the 1050s on the bid. I'm looking for the 1050s on the bid, and then I'm going to go ahead and take a shot here. The big thing is you got to be careful with the squeeze back above 11, right? That's a big level right there. So now I got 120 at 1043s. SCNI, that's one to keep a watch for sure. Let's take a look at that. SCNI, one at 716. It's down there. We'll see. Did it halt? Yeah, that's halted on the downside, man. Ooh. Ooh. What happened there, Arlette? It's halted on the downside? Yeah, that's a hold on the downside. That's a little bit scary. We'll see what happens on that one. Run getting smacked. So SEDG, that solar play, that fade off the 28, getting smacked right now. FSLR, not the worst on that one. ENPH, that's still near the VWAP. We'll look to see if that takes another hit down. Macy's still just hanging in there, not doing too much. DJT starting to come back there. Humana, I talked about the Republicans and how that's kind of playing in there. So this is a biotech. This is human site. This is not Humana. Humana's where's that ticker? I'm forgetting the name right now. HUM. There you go. Sorry about that, guys. Looking at it here, UNH, ELV on the pullback there. Industrial still doing well, man. GE on that pullback. So there's my attempt if I want to get the GE pullback towards the 159.75s. Doesn't look too bad at all. All right, looking around, guys, seeing CleanSpark with a downside action move there. That's 675, so just be careful on that. Let me go ahead and switch over here. GE looking good there off that 160.14. All right, let's go ahead and switch it back here. Go into the multi-screen here. You guys, like always, let me know if there's a ticker you guys want me to add on these screens here. Don't mind adding it. There's the SPY going for the breakout to the upside. That's going to help stocks like Google and the big boys, right, continue to push. Google's come from 186 to 189 already this morning. So not a bad one to watch here. Amazon also going up there. Of course, we talked about that with the Prime Day. That's actually looking pretty good there. And what else? What other ones could make a nice little move there that we're looking at? Apple had a upgrade and some good mentions. Now starting to recover a bit here at the 235. What's up with AMD today? AMD struggling down to 181s, but kind of sideways right now, building some volume. We'll see what happens there. Zappy Zap, what are you going to do for me, Zappy Zap? All right, Zappy Zap still just chomping around here, guys. I mean, I'm seeing the higher lows, higher highs and higher lows right now. So it's a tightening of the compression right now. So that compression, I'm looking to see if it can break to the downside. IWM moving, that's one thing to keep watched, right? That can help with the small caps. And these smaller names continue to lift. 216, what's doing well in the IWM? That's another thing to keep a look at, right? Well, what's doing well in the IWM? I got PIRS. Calling out some names here. Barnes and Noble, Education, BNED doing well. Hey, that's definitely not a name that I take a look at all the time. Travel Zoo. Of course, the IWM has so many names, right? I'm looking to see if there's any big boys that are standing out to me. So let me see. SEM, Select Medical Holdings Group. Not one that I talk about often, but medical care stock that's doing really well as of late. So keeping an eye on some of these IWM plays. They're definitely getting the lift. They're just not the fastest move in a lot of them, but I'll keep an eye out. SNCR, of course, you guys have heard that one before. That's a known runner that is having an okay day, but it's such low volume. All right, Zappy, you're killing me here, Smalls. You're killing me here, Smalls. I'm just holding in on this trade, looking for the breakdown finally of Zap. It could keep going up, right? There's no reason why it can't. It's still holding in the VWAP right now. VWAP is around the 1030s. Takedown through that 1030 is really where I see this kind of starting to break down back through 12, and this could break out through like 18. So this is the fight zone. The only question is, will it break down today or will it start to get hot? All right, just hanging in right now, 1050s by 1068. So looking at that right there. Let's see if this is the VWAP fake out fade. Yeah, still chomping around here on this thing, man. It's had a nice little run up, a pullback, a run up, a pullback, a run up. So could still have a pullback and then another run. So it's kind of chomping around still. Got to give it a couple more minutes to kind of work through this. So for right now, the play really wouldn't want to see a close above 11, right? That's definitely not the look for me. I'm canceling down my other ad that was around the 1080s. There's just no point at this point to get that. If it starts to go in my direction, that's what I want to see above the 11s, towards the 1130s, especially 1120s. It's just going to get me out for a $100 loss. I have it already set there just in case. But that's something to just keep watch on. Let's go trading elsewhere, team. Let's go find another trade here. I got the Zap trade already worked out. We'll see if it works out here. Let's go looking for another one. What about Fun? Fun's not doing anything, man. SCNI, that hasn't reopened. Has it? Oh, it did. Did reopen. Reopened towards 7 and now trying to recover. So SNCI, down holds, now trying to recover. This actually looks pretty decent here for me. I might try to take this, guys. I have to take this really quickly here if I do, and it's off the 7. It did bottom out there around the 680s, so that's the only thing you got to be careful with is an attempt to move back down to 7 and 680s. So I'm looking for like a 615 little dip here, and then I can take my first entry. 619s, 620s. Let's see it. Let's see it. It doesn't look too bad, so I don't mind trying to take one. Here's the 710s. I took a little bit there, 50 shares only. So just taking a little bit there at the 709 there, guys. Let's go ahead. All right, there's 719s there now. It looks pretty decent by the spread. So I'm looking for a little tick down here where the bid goes to 7 and the offer is like at 710. And then I can go ahead and add and then look for the move for really the move to happen here. You see 710 right now on the offer, 706. Boom, right here is what I was looking for. Now I go ahead and add, and now I look for the trade off the 660s is where I'm going to go ahead and risk, which is about $48 here. So I'm risking off the 659 right now. Already have it set there. If it hits me down there, that gets me out, but that's lower through this low, the 680s, giving myself the ability to see if this really wants to run back to 9. Now let's see if it goes from red to green, right? 5-minute red. Would like to see that low hold and it go from going that red move to the green move and making that push up. So that's SCNI. You guys can see I'm in it right there. Got the stop set there. I'll go and show you guys the trade in a second here. Also keep an eye on Zap as that's in the red there towards the 1090s. We'll look to see what happens on that one. Zap trying to get me out, man. We'll see what happens on this SCNI. Are you short or long SCNI? I am long it. 100 shares, 707 RA. I'll show you it right now, guys. Let me flip, and you can see it here. It would be a red one. Here, I'll put this big. It would be a red one if this was short. It's blue for the long, right? And you guys can see the stop right there. So let's go to the 1 minute. So you guys see it right there. The ads that I got on the pullback. Now looking for this to come up for the 8 move and maybe the 9 move, right? And so let's see what happens here. A move down would get me out and stop me out about 48 bucks. So I already had the stop set there. Just taking a look at it, right? $50 risk. Let's see if this really wants to start moving here. Pumping around at the 7, trying to get some buyers back at the 7. Wall, I don't even see a wall on this thing right now. See 695 for a bid that it could come down to, but not really seeing a wall on the upside. So let's see if really some buyers step back in this. SCNI. The 100 shares is what's giving me the ability to risk a little bit further down below that move, and that's what's helping me right here. Because if I had it like at 680s, I think I'd get hunted. That's been difficult to trade that past few days, difficult to read. Yes, I would definitely agree. Tesla, yeah, I already got out future day trade. Yeah, I know I got out. I set the stop on purpose. And that was to protect myself, especially during the day trade action. A lot of times I'll set stops on the swing account because you can't watch it, right? You can't do both actions at the same time. But yeah, that's going to be a big haircut to take today. And instead of trading in the swing account and trying to make it all back today, I'll just start making it back for the week. It's a big haircut. It's like probably 360, if not 4. So I just have to just get back at it, right? It doesn't mean I can't get back at it. Just means that I got to take a day off and just take it easy. Because the number one thing that I don't like to do, guys, is take a big haircut and then just try to make it all back. That's easily how you get wrecked. IVP nasty. IVP back down to the 1060s. Yeah, IVP is just nasty, man. That thing's just nasty. It's getting a big hit right now. SCNI still holding in on that 7, but the spread's widening back to that 690s. That 695 got hit. So now the next level is the 690s, where I see some volume just sitting there. That could get hit on pullbacks. And 714, the upside block. Let's see what happens there at 714 and what happens there. If it doesn't go back through, let's say 750s on the next drive, that's going to be a nice sign that, hey, maybe we don't want to get right back up. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to keep it really tight here. Let's see if we can get this SCNI to really start moving. If I could get 760s to show up, I can add 100 and look to see if it breaks out for sure. All right, guys, you guys see the trade? You guys see the action right here? I can also show it here, guys. What I'm really looking for is that recovery of support, right? And so always we talk about support broke here. I need this support to recover. So this is an important spot here, the 766. So if we go to the 5-minute, because we want to get out of these shorter time frames, right? We can see it here. This looks like the what? The cup and the handle pattern, right? And so that's what I'm also seeing here. The cup and the handle, man. Who knows about the cup and the handle? I can do it here with a 1, 2, 3, 5. Let's do that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That is going to be your cup, right? And then now the pullback. Now just chomping around, right? But you're getting that recollection. So I want to see this start coming back to there and then and beyond, right? So we'll see what happens here. Drew the cup and handle for you guys to take a look at that action. Like always, go ahead and take a look, guys, and let me know what you guys think. What do you guys think about this outlook? Is this a cup and handle? Let me know, guys. Just need to squeeze some OJ into that cup. Yeah, baby. Little cup and handle for you guys. Let's go. Trade the pool team. Who's getting after it? Who's making that money? Who wants a mug? Who's going to be a stock star, baby? Get after it, team. All right, guys, let's go. 670s, 680s. Showing up there, 671 there. They're coming for me, man. They're coming for me. They're trying to stop me out here, guys. Back down to the 660s. Is recollecting some volume here. Could come after me at the 50s here, guys. I'm lowering it down a slight little bit. I'm going to risk 59, go to the 48s here. Risk about 60 on this. Of course, you guys know normally I risk all the way up to like 100 to 200 right now, but on a name like this, I'm going to give it a chance. But if it doesn't go, I got to get out. You guys can see me moving it around right here. There's $61 on the wrist there. It's back down to 60, 62. It's recollecting that volume there, guys. Let's see what happens here. Trying to watch it here on the 50s. It's trying to hit me right now. But I pulled the volume off and I have it ready to click on. So this is a strategy that I use to where I do want to set the stop, but I also am just watching the price action right now of the close action, right? So a close, let's say below that 650s, and I'm gonna get out. So I'm just looking at it right now, because you could get wicks sometimes, and then the move goes right back up through it, right? And so that's a little frustrating. So you see how you're starting to recover already. So now in a second, when you get the new 5-minute candle, that low right here, this low, I'm gonna end up just letting it go right there off the 649. But for right now, I have it down there towards a little slightly more towards 641s, but I can let it go at any moment if I see a cut down through the 50s. So essentially not giving up my area, but I know where I want to get out, right? And so this is another way to kind of take that approach. Still watching Zap at the 1090s, down about 60 on that one. We'll see what happens on that one. Still got the risk about 100 on that one. DATS may curl back up. I saw that one, RA. A lot of people taking a look at that. We'll be watching. Volume just died up. Don't know how these run. Yeah, man, it's hard. I'll tell you that much. There's 52s. It's cracking here, guys. See it. Looking to see if it goes through that low. There's some volume at 650s, 5,000 shares there. I think it's going to hit that, and then the digging is right after that. So there's that hit right there. There's that volume that just got filled up. Now the next volume is at 640s. Seeing it recover that 650s is a good layer. There you go. Get back into the 660s. 648. It's just chomping around, guys. It's grabbing some volume right here. So I'm looking to see if it can just get back into the 660s. Can look at that. Now you got the volume on the resistance side at the 667s. So you're back through the 650s there. It's just chomping around. There's some volume now back towards 640s. So if I let this down, I'm actually going to help those 640s get hit. Looking to see it get right back above the 650s, going to the 660s. This is the tight one, guys. You got to keep it tight. That's what I'm watching it right now. I'm just keeping it really tight. There's the next candle. And now I can go ahead and set the stop here for sure and just let the rest of it go. So I'm going to do it 1 penny below that. You saw the wicks right there. If I would have let it go, it would have hit me already. So at this point, looking to see if it recovers to 45, but it's looking like it wants to cut. There's 45 recovery. It's trying to recover here, but it can't. They're jumping on the offer there. 49s and 50s. There's the 50s. Can we blow through them? There's 56. There's 60. Now I can set it. Set it and forget it. Let's go. Get back up above that 60. Hands on the trigger right now. The spread's widening out, making sure that it captures things on the bid. So now the bid tightens up to 650s by 654. So remember that the spread is going to sometimes just try to grab some volume there. And if you're on the stop there, you're going to get hit. So this is why I'm battling right now. Just keeping a close eye on it here. As it gets back through that 660s, things will look a lot better. But for right now, it's fighting that 660s. That's where the resistance is. Next layer is a 669, and then it can recover. There's 664s, and it runs into the wall. Keeps running into a wall right there. 669, here's a big spot. 658s, 669. This is going to be the spot right here if it wants to recover. It keeps fighting that 69. It runs right into it, and there's more size there than what's showing up on the level 2. What can that be? That's dark pulling action, guys. So I'm setting my stop right there. Now I set it. Now it starts to come back in. You see it. I let go of it. Now it triggers there. Ready to get out if I need to, $70, but also giving me the chance if they blow through that 60, it could be right back at $7 in an instant. Let's see what happens here on that action. Zap, getting me out there, guys. Starting to get back up there towards the 1180s, 1130s. We get there to a high there, 1130, right on the dot there, guys. That could have been a stop hunt itself. And there's some more volume there now at the 1120s. So I might come back into Zap. I know it sounds crazy, but I might just come right back at Zap today, guys. This is one that I'm not going to fight it right now. I'm going to wait for it to go red back below the VWAP. But if it does go back below the VWAP, I'm going to go hard at it that time. So just to give you guys perspective, there's the out, right? But it stopped right at the top. So if it comes back, let's say back through the VWAP, which is around the 1040s, that's when I'd get short later today. We'll see what happens. Gonna leave it for right now. SCNI, 660s just playing as resistance. That's the spot right there. The 669 doesn't want to get taken out. There's definitely some dark pulling action off of that 669. Why can I see 669 as being, because some of the volume gets hit and then all of a sudden it comes right back on. So it's like almost like an endless supply is here, right? So you guys see the 669, right? So when it gets to it, you hit it, and it doesn't go away. That tells me something to look for. All right, let's keep going, team. Let's see what else is out there. How's our DJT? How's Trump Social now? Did it bottom out? Did it hang out there enough here? Let's take a look at it with something that I want to take a look at today. We're going to go to RSI in just a second here, guys. Smash the like, guys. We got a lot to take a look at today. You guys know where you're at. It's Trade the Pool, baby. Down 95 now today, guys. I've been back and forth. So I'm not going to be mad about that. Gave myself a nice cushion, and that's why I'm only down just a little bit. Still having a battle here. Having an ability to stay in the game. This 663 is definitely still battling. That 669 seller definitely still hasn't gone through it. But if he blows through, that could be the move back to 7. So I'm just hanging out in the trade right now. It could easily come back and get me, though. And so with that being mentioned, watch out there, guys, on that SCNI. All right, Zappy Zap, back to the at 11. Let's go ahead. Let's take a look at what I want to look at in DJT and the RSI action. We'll take a look at that coming up. Guys, smash the like out there. CYN halted. I'll take a look at that, Scott. Take a look. MACD crossed for SCNI a while ago. We can take a look at the MACD. MACD's tomorrow, but just want to kind of mention that. Let's go taking a look at the RSI action. I'll go ahead and I'll throw this up so that we can take a look at that with DJT. That's what I want to look at, of course. And of course, there's plenty of indicators you guys can be using. I want to show you guys some today, and we're going to learn a little bit on RSI. So RSI, the big thing for me on RSI is I don't really think about it in the sense of like what normal people would look at it. I'll say normal people because the books. If you look at the books, what do they say, right? And what happens there? I think that's important to definitely take a look at. We'll talk a little bit more about it right now, but let's get to that action. Let's talk a little bit about it with DJT. We'll take a look at the daily too and talk a little bit more about that. But RSI, right? So RSI, the first thing we need to think about when we're talking RSI is how is it calculated, right? And what is it for? Well, it's a relative strength measure, right? And that's what we're trying to measure, the relative strength in the stock. So like DJT today, right? At open, where was it? At 4:05 a.m., it was at a high of 99 on the RSI because it was at its strongest point. It was ripping, right? Now you're getting towards the weakest, right? And one way to think about this is that this stock can sometimes bottom on, let's say, a 5-minute or a 15-minute and look to see where the historical bottom is, right? So relative strength index, of course, is a momentum oscillator that measures the speed and the price of movements, right? And so you want to be kind of keeping an eye on what goes on with this action with DJT now that it's down towards the bottom, right? And for some people, it's the 20. For me, it's just historical reference. When did this stock normally turn around? Well, it looks like it gets down to here, really. It gets down pretty low. it gets down towards like an RSI 9 sometimes. So this tells me that it could still be early for this not to turn around, right? So we'll see what happens here. Let me go ahead and get Hendrix down because Hendrix wants to be a part of the show today. Just give me 1 second here, guys. Hendrix, down, buddy. Hendrix trying to be a part of the show today. All right, let's keep going, guys. Let's take a look here on the RSI. So the RSI is all about historical reference. Why do I care about historical reference? Because to me, what really matters here is not necessarily how the stock performs consistently, but where does it turn around on the history, right? What does history tell me? And so I like to take a look at RSI and focus on that, the historical reference from it. Of course, when we're talking RSI, we're looking at the overbought and oversold. Some people look at the 70 and the 20. You can see the 70 here and kind of the 20 levels here, or you can use the 30s. Really, what I look at is more, how does it trade in the past? Daily, where does it turn around this 9? It has a tendency of turning around. And look, when the stock gets weak, right around that 9, we start to get a little bit of a push up. Last time this stock was down there, it started to get a push up. If I scroll back, when this was weak here, it started to get a scroll up 26%. So you can use this for any stock, right? So the SCNI, let's take a look at that, right? So when does this one have a tendency of bottoming? Right around the 11. And just recently, it was down around what? 12 RSI. So it's not going to be something that's exact, but it can be something that we can look at. Like, let's say Tesla, or the rip to the upside. Well, the rip to the upside sometimes turns around where? Around the 90. And where was the RSI just recently? At 95.67. So that tells me that that could be some topping action in the RSI on the daily, and I could start to look for some pullback action. Same thing we can look at in, like, let's say an Nvidia or an Apple, right? When Apple is a buy, a lot of times on the daily, it's going to be down there towards RSI 22. And recently we're at RSI down here we were even low. We were at 7 on RSI Apple on January at the beginning of the year. And then we went towards a RSI of 18 and really kind of pushed off of that, right? Now you're near the top of Apple, but Apple has a tendency of going all the way as high as 96 on the RSI. Recently, 89 and 86. So still has that potential to run into the 90 on the RSI and keep pushing the daily move. So I think this is important to kind of keep watch, guys. RSI is something to watch with this, and it's going to move back and forth, right? But it's definitely something to watch here. SCNI, they're coming for me, man. They're kind of taking me out here. Let's see if they get me. They're coming to get me, guys. Let's see what happens on SCNI. I just moved it a little bit there to the 632, but let's see what happens, guys. It definitely looks like they're trying to get me right now. Let's see what happens here, guys. Will I get stopped out in SCNI? I'm just watching it here to see. There's still that seller in the 69s that doesn't want to go away. Here's that attempt to cut me out, guys. It's right on it. Right on it, guys. We'll see if it gets me out there. Does it trigger me or not? We'll see it, guys. 649 moving up and down, just trying to chomp around, trying to collect some volume. Really needs to recollect the 650s. Once that happens, it could really kind of get back to that 669. But there's a wall there, guys. There's definitely some dark pulling action off of that 669. We'll see if this one actually does want to turn back to the upside. Mara finally made its move. Let's take a look there. Mara up there to 2230s. That looks good there. Maybe Clean Spark finally starts getting going now. Clean Spark. There you go. 715s looking decent there. CIFR. Coinbase. Coin doing well there today, guys. How's Google now? 189 on Google, guys. These bigger boys were the move today. Amazon, Google, with the news that was given on the Sunrise report. And we talked about this morning. These were the better plays. These were high quality plays off daily supports that could have been easy to tackle. I'm just going to be as blatant as I can. And I can't miss these sometimes, guys. I got to get after them. Even though I've been tackling some of these smaller names, I really got to try to stick with the higher quality. And this seems like a good move. For me on Google, this could eventually get right back to 92s. Amazon, 200. Prime Day, baby. Who's buying Prime? Let me know. CYN did get halted. Let's see if it unhalts here and gets the next move up. But man, people are just jumping on the halts right now. 931. All right, taking a look at what else is out there. All right, guys, we'll see what else is out there. Definitely seeing a lot of shakeup. SCNI trying to recover that 650s, guys. We'll probably might have to wrap up the day short today, guys. We'll let you guys know if I do got to get out of here. Just got a message telling me that I might need to get out a little bit earlier today. So, hey, stick around, team. Like always, we'll keep going, team. If not, you guys can join up in the Discord and keep the action going. It's about 10:38. We just talked about some RSI. We'll see what happens on this one, but CYN definitely towards the top end. We'll look to see what happens when it opens here. Macy's still just getting hit. DJT still not doing anything, man. This is just a fade today. And the worst part is a lot of traders are probably watching this, looking for the move. Tesla up there to 264, continuing the move. I guess all you had to do is say you support Trump and you get the stock moving back up. Elon, good move there. I mean, you definitely shook it right back up there. Especially after the negative robotics news. It kind of like pushed the robotics news out of your head. SCNI, we'll look to see if it does recover that 669. That's where the struggles were. I might take a quick trade on this and just call it a day, guys. So let's see what happens here on this SCNI. Canceling down for right now, guys. Just watching it here. I still got only the 100 shares, right? So I can still add to this. If it starts to break the 669, going to the 7, that's where I'm going to go ahead and add and take a shot here, guys. All right, we'll see what we get here. If we start to recover the 660s, there's the recovery of the 660s. Now 669 going to be that big spot. There's 670s. Boom, I'm taking the shot here, guys. I just added here. Just got to keep watch and keep the risk in mind. But I'm just in here, 600 shares now. Let's see what happens here. I'm going to sell 300 on the first pop, trying to get a pop above 7s to sell the 300. And then I'll continue to watch to see if I can get a little bit more here. All right, got 600 shares, guys. Definitely stepping up to the plate. Big thing to me is that 670s coming right back into play. So 669, it ran right into it. It ran above it. There's just some dark pulling action there. Now it's rejecting it a little bit. So just got to keep this in mind. The 640 takedown is going to be my out. That's about a $200 risk there. So taking a bigger shot here and just keeping it in watch. Recoveries through that 670s back to 7. I can take some off and then look for the big breakout to the upside. All right, CYN, small size. Hey, wish you the best, bulls. We'll see what happens here, guys. I'm going to probably wrap it up after this. That's why I said, you know what? I'll take the trade and see what happens here. Got to get out of here after this. Let's see if we can get back through the 675s to get a nice little pop here. It's been a great day overall. Can't be mad, right? Battling back and forth. Here's the 670 starting to show up there. Let's see if they take it. Let's see if they take it here. 675 is the next layer to watch above that. That's what I'll be watching if it breaks that 670. Still struggling here, guys. There's the spread opening wide there, guys. Got to be careful here. It could take me out. The spread opening wide there. That's not a good outlook. It's opening up as much as 20 cents there. Now back to 652 on the offer. Needed to get back through the 660s, 670s. That low right now, that 38, should be my risk there. I'm going to set it right now in a second here, guys. Looking like it's trying to stop me out here. I set it there, guys. I already set the risk. If it stops me out, it gets me out. And now it'll be a day. It'll be a $300 day down. Let's see if it gets back up there. And maybe we end up 300 up. Let's go. Here's that test to the down, and boom, stop me out there, guys. Just hit me on the 635s, and down goes Frazier. Took that beating right there, guys. I took a shot there on the SCNI. We'll see what happens if it does come back. And of course, DJT. But hey, that's going to do it for me, guys. I got to get going a little bit early today, guys. I always usually stick around till 11, but I got something that I got to take care of. That's going to do it for me, guys. Like always, keep battling out there. Keep watch on the playbook. The playbook today was including a lot of the Bitcoin miners, coins, stocks like that. We were looking at DJT. How would that? That didn't work out that great. But hey, there's another one on there, ARK, A-R-K-K, that we talked about this morning. We'll look to see how that one continues to run. Like always, guys, I will be here battling with you guys every single morning. Check out the playbook, the sunrise report every single morning on our Twitter. And what you guys think of the new graphics? If you guys didn't check it out, rewind it. Go take a look at it. Leave a comment after the show. Tell me what you guys think. If you guys want me to continue to bring more like this, I'll keep pushing the levels here at Trade the Pool. We'll see you next time. Hit the like button. And like always, team, stay safe out there, traders. It's always another day tomorrow. Keep battling, team. That's what it's all about.